So everyone, the votes are in. Okay, so the winner last time for the fandom was Modal Zushi. So I had people vote on what character I should do. The TikTok, no one voted. No one voted on TikTok, and 7 people on YouTube voted. So I'm glad people did vote on YouTube because then I was going to have to like literally strangle myself to figure out who I wanted to. At first I was a little scared because Lan Wangji and Wei Wuxian were kind of, tied, so I was a little scared I would have to do, both of them. But fortunately, I don't. The reason I'm actually, really happy about this, Wei Wuxian winning, is because I don't work very well with cool colors. I'm usually better with warm colors. I have, a better sense for what kind of color palette I should use with warmer colors. So this is gonna be really fun. I love Wei Wuxian. He's my favorite character. I'm basic. Anyway, I'm joking. I don't have a favorite character. He's one of my main favorites, though. He won. Unsurprisingly, I mean, he's one of the most popular characters. No, duh. He's the main character. So I'm gonna be drawing Wei Wuxian then. And obviously, I'm gonna try my best to kind of mimic the art style, but still have it be my own art style. You know what I mean? So, this drawing, just to be clear, is not gonna have thick lines like usual. Let me show you. Okay, so Procreate. My usual art has thick lines. A lot of these are really old, but my usual art has thick lines. It's gonna be more like this Groby picture right here. It's gonna be more like this, rather than, it's gonna be more like the Groby one rather than something like this. Or, basically any of the other pictures here. It's gonna have really thin lines, and I'm gonna be drawing this on Procreate, so it will take me a while. I'm gonna be drawing the background first. I will try and record a time lapse of me doing it. I'm also making a gotcha video currently. It's not gonna be very long, but it's gonna be something, because I just feel like my community, especially on YouTube, was mainly built around gotcha, and I feel bad for not making as many gotcha videos anymore, when that's the reason a lot of people on there subscribed in the first place. So of course I'm going to be doing that. I'm going to post this video on YouTube as well, so that people have confirmation that I'm making a gotcha video there. I didn't post the other 2 voting videos on YouTube because I usually just make polls for that. And I'm glad I still have an interactive community that likes to, interact with my posts. I'm glad that you guys still actually care, So first of all, we're gonna go ahead and open. This is the size we're gonna work with, okay, for the drawing. So, also, am I gonna sketch with this? I think I'm gonna sketch with that. It's a lot thinner, so I might sketch with it. So, also, I'm not allowed, just so you guys know, I'm actually gonna be rendering this time. No cell shading. I'm actually going to render. This may take a while. This will most likely take a lot longer than, my usual art pieces. If you want me to continue doing art like this, if it comes out good, or if you think it looks good when I'm finished with it, I will gladly do that. Just expect the drawings to take longer to come out. And if you're one of the people who prefers my other drawings, I will also do those. Those don't take an extremely long time. They usually take me up to an hour. It usually takes me 30 minutes to an hour on the usual drawings. This drawing is going to be way more detailed, and I'm going to actually, put a lot of effort into it. I'm gonna try my best with anatomy, guys. I'm gonna try my best. Anatomy is not my best friend. We're just gonna make that clear. Anatomy is not one of my friends. So I'm gonna try my best to do this, okay? It may not come out amazing, but it will come out as I don't know, it'll at least maybe look good. I'm kind of scared to do this too, but I'm probably gonna search up references for this, because usually I don't use references. I know, crazy, right? So I'm gonna start using references for this. If I do start doing this kind of art, I will have to use references. It's just something I'm going to have to do, especially for backgrounds. I cannot. I can make a background out of my mind. That's a lie. But I can. I don't know. It's just a little harder for me to try and make it out of my brain, and it's also a character from a show, so it'd just be easier to, you know, search up a reference. Also, for the anatomy part, since I'm not very good at anatomy, anatomy, I will be searching up references for a pose. I'm gonna go for a very Wei Wuxian, vibe. I don't know what I'm gonna make the pose be though. It's not gonna be him like literally right in front of the camera, or not camera, but like, what I usually do, which is like this, and then their neck, and then their body. I'm not gonna do that this time. It's gonna be more like that one golden cheese drawing I did. Hold on, let me just close out of that. It's gonna be more like, let me show you guys. Where is it? Golden cheese. It's gonna be more like this, pose wise anyway. It's gonna be a full body, of course, because I want him to be interacting with the background and not the background just being there and looking pretty. You know what I mean? And if I can't find a good reference, I'll just make my own reference with stock images. So, there's also a few drawings in Ibis Paint, whatever, that I haven't posted speed drawings of yet. This one isn't finished, but I might finish it and post a speed drawing of it. I don't know. Probably not. Maybe. I don't know. I don't really like the drawing that much. But there is a lot of drawings on here, actually. This I might actually finish because I really like this drawing, and it's definitely going to be a rendered drawing, just so you know. There's not going to be cel shading on that. This is a good example of me rendering rather than cel shading. But this is on Ibis Paint, and I've been practicing rendering I was practicing rendering while you guys were voting, mainly on hair. I already know how to render skin, kind of. But like hair is a little difficult for me. So I've kind of tried to teach myself. I did know how to render back here. Rendering right here, the hair, not the skin. The skin's not really rendered. But this is really old, by the way. So no, this is not my current art style. I do still like this drawing though. I still think it's cute. I might redraw it. But this is kind of a good example of what I'm kind of capable of when rendering black hair anyway. But that was on Ibis Paint, and I don't have the same brushes on Ibis Paint. It was mainly the brushes that helped me do this. Oh god, that's so old. I don't want to look at that. This is a pretty good example of rendering. I didn't really do a lot of rendering. This is cel shading. I think that's a little bit of rendering. There's not too much of it though. There's a little bit of rendering on that. She's gonna kill me for putting that in the video. Oh, it's okay. I don't think there's any more rendering past that point. There's a little bit on here. I think there's a tiny bit on that one. There's a little bit on here. A teeny tiny bit on there. There's some rendering in the sleeves on this one. And everything else is pretty much cel shading. Oh no. Rendering. Really like that drawing. I can very much draw in the Cookie Run art style. It's not hard for me. I find it fun too, so I would enjoy to keep drawing things like that. Let's see, is there any more rendering? Oh. Click on rendering. A little bit, not really that much, but a little bit is better than none. There's a little bit of rendering on here too. tiny bit on here somewhere. I can see it. I don't know where to point out specifically. There's mostly cell shading on here, but there's like a tiny bit of rendering if you can find it. There's some rendering on this, it's only really in the eyeballs, and a little bit on the skin. There's not really any more rendering though. There's like a tiny bit on that one. This is 90% rendering. A lot of this is rendering. Especially the mask. The mask is all rendering. There's a lot of rendering on this one too. Okay, I do render sometimes, but like, this is cell shading. I had to look at that for a second. I was like, what is that? It's cell shading. This is also kind of rendered, but mostly cell shading, I think. Cell shading. But yeah, a lot of that stuff. No, I didn't draw the hair on this, by the way. Before anyone asks, no, I did not draw the hair. But yeah, that's basically all I had to talk about. But yeah, this is the size canvas I'm going for, mainly because I can't make a short on YouTube of the speed drawing unless it's a certain size for Procreate and Ibis Paint, or else a lot of it will be cut off. On YouTube, I might make this a video though. I'm not sure, because usually when I make video speed drawings, they don't get as many views, and therefore my work kind of just goes under the rug, you know? And I don't want to spend really long on something and then not get any recognition at all. You know what I mean? So I'm gonna try my best. Let's see if I have a good idea of. Okay, this is an example of me actually trying to do a little bit of background, because there's a little bit of background, you can kind of see it. This is one of my favorite drawings I've ever made, though. I love that drawing so much. Oh, there's no rendering on this one. Oh yeah, there is. I'm just stupid. But yeah, the size canvas I'm working with, just so you all know, I will make a quick video once I have my pose and stuff done. Just the pose and stuff, the sketch. The first sketch, there's gonna be several. Once I have that stuff done, I'll make another video talking over it and showing you what I'm doing. But for now, that's all. I don't want to make this video too long. So, is there anything I want anyone to comment? I might want to mention it now. I don't really have anything I want anyone to comment. You can comment about anything you want. Today anyway. Because I can't really think of anything. I need you guys to answer for me. Nope, that's it. Just what I said earlier, if you end up liking the drawing I make, I will start making more rendered drawings, fully rendered. And just remember, this is going to take me a lot of time. Okay, so it's not going to be done today. The day I post this, which is going to be September 30th of today. So, yeah, that's today. This will most likely be done by October 3rd or 2nd. It will not be done tomorrow either. Unless there's some kind of miracle with my work. But I want to take my time on this. The reason I usually don't, let's get into that real quick and then I'll end the video before it gets too long. The reason I don't usually spend my time on drawings is because I get distracted and I don't always want to draw. I'm not always in the mood to draw. So that's why I'm making the deadline October 3rd. Until October 3rd, you will probably not see any new art videos. You will probably only see videos of me updating you on my progress so far with the art piece. I don't want to leave you guys with nothing and completely in the dark. I want to let you guys know I'm still working on it. So today I might post 2 videos, which is going to be this one. And then if I get my sketch in time, I'll post that one too. The sketch will probably take 30 minutes or so. So I might post it unless I get distracted or want to do something else. But that's all I had to talk about. I am a little bit tired, so I'm gonna go ahead and end the video, and I'm gonna start working on this.